Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're playing Space Haven, Station Mode, Update 1.0. Let's get started. Apropos of nothing, as they were working on this new 1.0 release, they came out with new menu music that is a very different vibe than what the menu music was in the early alpha versions of the game. The early version of the game featured a singer named Scalefin, who had this very kind of like hauntingly beautiful voice saying like, "We meet again." I obviously can't do it justice, but I'm just curious if you're familiar with that old version of the soundtrack, and you've seen the new menu. I would be interested to hear what you think about the new version versus the old one. I'm not entirely sure if I like it or not, but I don't hate it. I don't know. I mean, I would say if I hadn't heard the old menu music, I would think that the new menu music was really good, but I'm not sure that it's better than the old one, if that makes sense. Okay. So I'm not entirely sure why they changed it. We're out of Infoblocks. We have an ACS Aquila here that wants to sell us Infoblocks, so let's buy some Infoblocks. We got 6,200 credits, so we can go ahead and just buy like 8 Infoblocks. Only costs us 1,200. We got a rifle. I think I built that to give to one of my guys. We got to figure out who that goes to in a second here. Let's sell some basic ore and some biomatter. And then that's pretty good. And then we're still spending 1,000. We have the option to get more IV fluid. We've already got 4, which I think is fine for us. New derelict. The Toonami. Okay. Good name for a derelict. Real quick, let's have our guys. Our guys are going into their rest cycle, so we're gonna give them a couple hours of rest. While they're doing that, I'm gonna go through and figure out who has a weapon skill and not a weapon currently. Jonathan and Ozark are the candidates. Jonathan is the one that needs a weapon, so Jonathan, let's set you to load out rifle and tell you medical switch to a similar item in better condition available. That's new. Have him go collect his gear. There we go. Okay, and the Aquila probably wants us to go explore this derelict. Salvage derelict, bring us all of the energy scrap and tech scrap. We'll give you 2 Hyperium and 3 energy rods, or 3 hull blocks, 2 infra blocks, or 858 credits. Not sure if any of those are worth the salvage effort. We'll decide about that once we've scoped it out and decide if it's even worth doing the derelict at all. Because if they have those big walker robot dudes, it's probably not worth it, depending on how many other enemies there are. But with 4 people, 3 of them having rifles, it might be doable. Jonathan's got his rifle now, that's good. And we need to get Drew a pistol, or Ozark a pistol as well. So let's have... Looking at who's got which weapon here and who's got which skill. Let's have Reyna give up her pistol for Ozark. Have to get them next to each other. They can meet in the night. And we'll have Reyna hand that over. So if there's another pistol becomes available, she'll pick it up. But until then, I'll rest. Their energy level and so forth is like, they're good on food, they're good on energy. Got a couple of burn wounds. Got some good buffs as well. Drew has minor discomfort. Why is that? It's just residual from working during the day? I think it's just residual from working during the day. Probably worked in one of these industrial sections. Okay, let them eat their breakfast. Do their video games. Alright, and Now that they've had a couple minutes of that, we actually do have two things here, an arcade and a jukebox. I forgot we built the arcade machine for some reason. Last session I was thinking we only had one. Go ahead and check out our derelict. We should start thinking about away missions too with a group this size, I think. Especially the ones that are... Where did this guy come from? I guess the android sent somebody over. They sent two people over. Now they're sending another two people over. It would be nice if the androids died and we could take their stuff, but I don't think that's going to happen. There's not enough aliens on the ship for that. Alright. Ozark, you're a door opener. Go do your thing. There we go. Good job. Okay, these guys have already cleared the other half of the ship here. I have the option to pick up corpse. It's not giving me an option to pick up items. An item found, combat stimulant. We'll take that and have Reyna pocket it. That's just fine. Oh, there's more aliens over here. Oops. Oh shoot, we got a chronic wound. Not a fan of that. Okay, so we explored it. We've got all this stuff. I don't want this. Let's expedite transfer that, and then how long do we have to decide on this? Oh, the mission's already gone. New sector visible on the star map, alien infestation. Jonathan, you're bleeding, so you should go home and receive medical attention. I'll put you on 8 hours of sleep, which will force him to go back. There he is. We also apparently brought in a unconscious android with us. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Are we providing medical service to this person? I hope we're charging for that. I think we must be. If they show up as a visitor. This says unconscious. I think they're mooching. I don't know if I like that. Okay, now he's awake. Let's see. Writing up a bug report. Gotta do that once in a while. Can I make them leave? There we go. Okay, as soon as they get onto their like normal work schedules, then they're going back to their ship. Advanced learning system we have now. Probably doesn't make sense for me to scrap the old one. I don't think the resources that we get from it will be worth. Our ship's storage is full. Or I should say station storage is full. Let's see. Do I want to build another one of these? Asteroid storage, probably. I wonder if smuggler storage could be asteroid storage. It cannot be. I think this is an okay place to put a storage. What I should actually do is move this asteroid platform out one. Kind of messes with our logistics, though. We put it like over here. I think that'd be better. We could even bump it right up against the door here. It's not actually letting me move it. Why is that? There's like a dead tile that I can't build on that's in the middle of this. I'm gonna bug wrap that too while I'm at it. All right, we'll leave that alone. Yeah, we got another android leaving the space station. Did they give us a mission again? Okay, now they're giving us a mission. For hyperfuel, yeah, we'll take it. Okay, we can turn off expedited transfer. We got all the stuff that was here, and now we can start scrapping at our leisure. Oh, I didn't build the storage. I got sidetracked. I think this is as good a place as any. Nothing you're actually fine. You don't really need to be on that med bed anymore. Why don't you give it up so the guests can use it? Okay, he thinks that he needs healing. Yes. We're letting him heal then. Whatever. Another new derelict. The MFS Derelict Dige. I don't like this. I don't love that this has got the fighter launcher on it. We might have to do something about it, even if it's robots. Oh, actually, we do have these point defense turrets, so we might be okay. But let's try to do something about it if we can. Make sure our guys aren't starving. They're fine. Okay, let's go here, I think. Okay, nothing visible on this side. Never explicitly talked about it, but I feel like... Oh, I just saw a robot there. I don't know if you guys saw him. He was like right around the corner here. I'm gonna back up. I'm really tempted to use a grenade. I think I want to do that kind of. Let's see how much damage we can do with just guns first. Since we're not getting any other robots aside from this guy, I think it's safe to like fight him. Because by himself, he's not that dangerous. He's only dangerous if we have nowhere to like flee to escape from him, which is not the case here. Which requires a little bit of micromanagement, which is kind of annoying. Oh good, we didn't even get hit in the blast. Okay, there are a couple more guys coming. I'm gonna pull back so I can get all my guys lined up kind of in the same way. And I can kind of kneel out in space here. I have not figured out where I went. Seems to unfortunately be a little bit more accurate than I am. But he's also... thought he got wounded badly there, but it's just because the text is covering his health bar. I did get a wound debuff. Okay, got that guy. Looks like we're in good shape. I think there might be one or two other robots wandering around, but that should be the worst of it. Oh, there was another one. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was on the screen for like a split second over here. Oh, there's two of them. Let's... I think I am going to use a grenade launcher for this, just to limit our injuries here. You missed with a grenade. Don't do that. You missed with 2 grenades. Okay. Guess we're not using grenades. To be fair, she was trying to hit a moving target. There we go. I'm so happy that they updated the accuracy to make it increase with proximity. So it doesn't take forever to have a gunfight at point blank range anymore. Such a big improvement. Used to be that you would stand there for like 10 minutes just shooting at each other until somebody eventually got worn down. Okay, we've got a potential new crew member here. I'm going to continue drafted for a moment here. But 2 things that I want to do. One is get this data log. The other is decide if I want this guy. We need good fighters and good botanists. If he's either one of those, then we'll take him. Otherwise... who's that? Raider or rescuer? You don't look like a raider. Thanks, stars. My crew must have left me in hypersleep. I don't want to stay here. Can I join you on your journey? Let's see what he's got. Weapon skill 1. Me. Botany skill. Ooh, he's got a good potential botany skill. I like that. Okay, we'll take him. Welcome aboard, Aunt Spigs. Aunt Spigs sounds like I've seen somehow, I feel like. Hold on a second. Oh, it spawned those things. Okay, we're gonna have to shoot those down on our way back whenever the shuttle next comes back. This will all be fine for now. Let's expedite transfer. And then undraft all these guys. And undraft the shuttle. And also undraft, yeah. I'm really hoping that our little station here has enough durability to take on the drones. We might have to, like, emergency build another... I feel like building another hull stabilizer doesn't really do anything for us, though, is the thing. Building a point defense turret would be better. We can actually afford it. If we have enough system points, then we can figure out where to actually put it. I think we're going to eventually need more anyway, so I don't think it's the worst thing to have one around. Trying to figure out where it's going to limit my expansion, at least. I think like this could be okay. Yeah, let's put it here. This one I'll move over here at some point in the future. I guess person in ops can see one of the things that they're controlling directly. Seems kind of cool to me. I don't know if that construction will get done right away because of the expedited transfer. Unable to prioritize resources. I think they'll figure it out. Hey, Zenu, how's it going? Thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's coming along. I've gotten to the point where I have like multiple guys with rifles now, so I can actually fight robots sometimes. So that's a pretty big upgrade from where I was a couple in-game days ago. Some mining. I'm a little worried about the robots that are still parked on top of this thing. Actually, they didn't launch when the... That's really interesting. I wonder why these guys never... I guess once the derelict is derelict, the robots just chill there indefinitely? I don't know. That's new. Okay. Normally they would launch and come after my shuttle when the shuttle flew near the ship. But the shuttle's already left and come back. Micrometeoroids are rude. Oh, I gotta put some thermal regulators in my other grow bed room here. Not that that's relevant to the meteoroids or anything. I wonder if I should put a solar panel on the other side so I make sure I always have some access to sunlight. Could even move this like way out here if I wanted to, but I think it kind of makes sense to have it be behind the point defense. I really like the power conduits on the asteroid, how it kind of resembles like the old power system a little bit. And how you can like use it to connect up stuff. This vent is automatic, so it should be shutting. Can we take care of that? Let's get everybody in their spacesuits on board the ship here. And I'm going to turn off expedite transfer on this derelict. Okay. So we have this. The problem now is we have nowhere for this fire and smoke to go. It's going to inevitably kill all this stuff when they go in there to fight the fire. Was there another fire? I think there was another. Oh, they destroyed our toilet. How dare they? Gonna have to use those Artemis moon mission container bags. Okay, the micrometeoroid shower is over. We can turn off. We can take off the spacesuits technically. And sure enough, this is killing all the grow beds. Looks like the vent opened automatically and let the smoke out. I haven't seen any notices saying that the plants actually died, so maybe we're actually fine. I think we're actually fine. Maybe the plants can tolerate a little bit of smoke. Yeah, we got two ships that came in the sector, the Gaze of Merlin and the Echo. Neither have missions available. Not the facilities, right? You needed those. These guys have cheap all of the food, so we're gonna buy all of the food. And probably sell it back to them when they come to visit the station. Oh, we need fertilizer too, I think. We got 4. Isn't too bad. But I'm worried about running out before we get the raw chemical processing online. And then we'll sell some biomatter. And we actually don't have any more ore to sell. They really want energy cells. 432. I mean, we're not using them for anything. We might as well sell some of them. Sell half of them. Or do I just sell? I mean, we don't really need the money. Hang on to some of them. For when we get shields and stuff. Let's see. Let's see what services we have enabled currently. Medical, diner, entertainment, sleep. We have repair, but not fuel. Do we have fuel now? I think we do, right? Or no? We do not have fuel. We still have the Hyperium crystals, but we don't have refined fuel. These have rules, right? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at my skills real quick and see if anybody's got a higher botany by this point. We've got a 4, 2 4s, 3 4s, 4 4s. Okay. Let's check out the requirements for these. This is botany 1, botany 4, so we can start growing fruit. That's pretty big. Okay. We're gonna kill one of these and replace it with a fruit bed. Previous crop failed. Okay, it didn't give us a warning. It seemed like, but it did actually kill the plants when the smoke got out there. So we gotta have a contingency to deal with that in the future, because there was no way that I could route the smoke such that it didn't get cleared out of here. I wonder. It occurs to me that when I have a gas scrubber or something like that, the smoke in the CO2 and so forth will kind of like flow towards the gas scrubber. I wonder if I put a gas scrubber like over here on the other side of the grow beds, if it would draw CO2 through here, but it would also draw smoke if there's smoke in here, obviously, but these other scrubbers would take care of it, I think. Anyway, I think I need a gas scrubber out here somewhere to connect to this, but probably I think we need the metal refine or the ore processing facility first to get rid of this so we can have some more space to build. I think maybe that's our next goal here. Ore processor. Well, I really kind of want this to be like its own separate compartment that's not connected to anything. Maybe here? I think this makes sense. Okay, so it's 3 across. Not enough room for it? I don't know if it is. How do I do the blueprint thing again? Yeah, no. There was a feature that I saw before that was like you could put a blueprint of something that you were going to build later. I think it's maybe you have to place the actual item down and then check the blueprint box or something. No. You pause construction. I guess pausing construction is the only thing, so we'll just have to plow out that space and hope that it's enough space where it can actually count. Oh, okay. I guess we did have fuel service, I figure. Alright, oh, we got hyperfuel on sale here. Let's buy some of that. I think this stuff is pretty lucrative when clients actually come in to get it. But also buy units of space food, which is interesting. Pretty cheap. But it probably makes more sense for us to buy a little more fruit. I was going to plant these grow beds and I got sidetracked again. Okay, so I planted the 1 fruit grow bed. 8. And then let's do some more vegetables here also. These ones I did 10. This I'm only doing 8. So if we get to a point ever where we don't need all of the grow beds, we still want the grow beds that are closest to the rest of the complex to be the ones that are growing, as opposed to the ones further out. This is not going to be enough space. I'll have to either expand it until it hits the rock. I mean, the whole point of building this is to get rid of the rock, so I think it's okay for it to expand and hit the rock. That's the first bit of rock that we'll clear. Okay. Still not big enough. It's going to create a serious pathing issue if we ever have to EVA out onto the asteroid for some reason. A fourth ship just arrived. I'm not sure which one it was. Was it the Serial Peacemaker? I think it was this guy. We should take a look at what resources we need. I think we're running a little low on some of the complex stuff. We're actually okay on everything except for hull blocks, but we've got plenty of hull scrap. So there's really no resource we actually need at the moment that we're running low on. So I think maybe we just gel. I don't think we need to buy anything. We'll sell a little bit of our that stuff. Okay, we got our last little bit of hull built here so we can work on our ore processor. I might have to fiddle with the power nodes in order to get this thing online. And then let's give it a door. We gotta get the life support for it online too. So definitely here we need one. If I build one out here, I'm not sure if it'll let them build it, but maybe. Unreachable doors or locked to area. I like that. But it did actually queue this. That's good. Okay. I wasn't sure if it would actually do it because it told me that I couldn't do it. I guess it put it in the work queue to be done later. Okay, that gives us a little more room to work. And we'll gradually do more and more of that. I just want to make sure we have the pathing around here for the moment. I think I want to have another airlock that comes out onto this side of the station, just for general purposes. I'm a little concerned that we don't have these things online yet. So we're out of infra blocks. That's easily fixable. I think all of these guys sell infra blocks usually. 14 infra, 14 infra, 10, and, well, we don't have a trade going with this guy yet, so we'll buy from this guy. Somebody already used the new fuel service. I could tell because our money just shot way up, and we're down to 2 hyperfuel already. Okay. Somebody else had hyperfuel for sale, I think. These guys. Hyperfuel seems very lucrative, so we'll get a bunch of it. We'll sell it off over the course of the next couple game days here. We need to buy some more tech blocks. Who's got cheap tech blocks? 2, 3. I think what I may want to start doing soon is investing in getting favor with these different factions to try to see if that gives us any trade benefits. Incoming rogue bots, I don't like that. Where's the rogue bot? We've got four allied ships in the sector right now, so I'm not super worried about it. Oh, they're all bailing out. Okay, these guys are trading with us, so they can't go. Same with these guys. This guy is currently trading, but I'll probably be done with his trade soon, so we probably want to sell him something else. He really wants Hyperium, so let's give him some. And then I'll sell another unit of biomatter, which we're accumulating a lot of now because of the robots. Robots detected, where are they? Don't see them on the board. Here they are. Do they have a dropship? No, it's just a bunch of the little fighter things and a scout. We don't have our own fighters, so there's not much we can do other than sit tight and hope that they get shot down before they send the signal out. We could make a fighter. Could probably afford it. The alien ship is completely defenseless against the robots. They're not long for this world. Gaze of Merlin should be able to do something here. Okay, we got more robots coming in, so probably they will send a dropship. These guys are also defenseless. Oh, somebody sent out a fighter. Who's fighter? No, it's just two robots. Okay. They haven't done any damage to the station yet, so that's nice. Debating whether it's worth it to try to build a fighter now before the other robot reinforcements get here. I don't know if it is, but I think we should maybe do that. Asteroid pod hangar is what we want. I don't really want it to be that far from the exit, though. Is this pod hangar unused? No, the craft is just launched already. I think we're going to put it there, and we'll put another exit later when we rearrange stuff after these rocks are gone. Let's actually relocate. I can't relocate the craft until I've actually built this thing. Duh. Okay. And we haven't traded for the infra blocks yet, so we can't actually build that thing. But now they're doing it. Okay. Okay, we got more robots detected in this sector. Where are they? Oh, nobody's on. Oh, whoops. I don't have my turrets on. Get somebody to ops. There we go. Acacia's doing it. It looks like the robot reinforcements actually didn't include a dropship. It's kind of like an early test of our defenses. Get some experience with ops. Queue up some basic ore to gather here along with the rogue drone and some exotic ore. Okay, let's build our first fighter. Okay, this doesn't actually have to be in the power grid zone, so we can actually move this over to accommodate our new thing here. Oh, fighter cost system points. I forgot about that. Okay. Let's see. Do we have room for another X1 core? Currently, we do not. Okay, I'm gonna put our guys back on manual. There we go. Okay, we shot down the last of the robots in the system. I'd actually start collecting this stuff now if we wanted to, but I think it makes more sense for us to drill this out first. Does this actually provide ore when we do this? It looks like it is. Or maybe maybe we just took the stuff we already had in inventory and put it in the processor. Okay, so the next thing we actually need is system points. I got 16 fuel units now because I didn't account for the fuel that I already had traded for when I traded for fuel. But that's okay, because we're going to sell it all and make tons and tons of money. Let's grab the exotic ore here. Actually, I do want the rubble, because that gets the steel plates. Metal refinery research is done, I think. But we got a lot of stuff that we can build. We have the technology for now that we just need to like make space for on the asteroid. Not sure if power capacity node is the most efficient thing for us to be working on right now. I think we need the optronics and the advanced assembler first. Robotics would be cool, but that's kind of like a super late game thing. I think we need the autopsy table to do some of the like cybernetics research. I wonder if we get to take the research with us when we move to another sector. That'd be cool. We could just pack up like tons and tons of supplies and get a fresh asteroid and just build it however the heck we want with all the technology and everything. Kind of like almost like a sandbox mode. But, you know, like a sandbox that we've earned, so to speak. Okay. I just noticed that you can see the obstacle rocks on the outer map here. For some reason, I never noticed that before. Kind of cool. A little detail. Can I like highlight all of these? Can. Let's do this one first. I can build hole out into the space in between the rocks here, as long as there's no big rock obstacles in the way. Looking forward to claiming this space and putting in a new system core and putting in a bunch of other stuff. So I think once we get this, before we do the system core, I think let's get a metal refinery. Don't know that we need to be on red alert here, Ant. Why don't you go sleep? Somebody else take over for a while. Giza Merlin has left the sector. I thought somebody was just... Oh, they haven't entered yet. There we go. The two Manami, we checked this out already. We actually didn't salvage this derelict yet, so we could still do that. I don't know if we know that we need scrap that much anymore. I think we might actually sell some in for scrap here and just buy in for blocks. I think that's the way to go. So we just need to free up space and storage, really. Trade with these guys to keep them around for a while, too. You really want energy blocks. I mean, we can get them cheaper for motherships coming through, so might as well sell them. I do want to buy more immediately, though. These guys do have them cheaper, though, so that's good. Because the minute this drilling is done, we're going to build a metal refinery so we can make steel plates, and then we're going to start cranking out more hull blocks. We're going to use the additional hull blocks to build out more of the station, build a system core, get a fighter online, preferably multiple fighters, I think. And then we'll start worrying about getting up the tech tree with some of the like advanced assembler and the optronics fabricator and stuff like that, and the chemical refinery. And maybe some shields while we're at it. Was that an asteroid? I think that was an asteroid. One of the fighters from the ships in the system came and helped us out there. Storage full on and off. Okay, we still need to sell more scrap. These guys want any more? Let's take some tech scrap. I guess we can give them that. I'll take the rubble or steel plates for now. Some ice here. No mining pod. What do you mean no mining pod? Where's my mining pods? Did one of those stupid robots shoot down all my mining pods? Oh, there's a builder pod. They must have shot down my mining pods. This is a builder. Let's get another builder to do repairs first, and then a miner. These cost system points? They don't. Only the fighter that does. I think the robots must have shot down my pods. Either that or they got hit by an asteroid. And it's like we have so much money, it doesn't actually even matter. But is the fuel service enabled in the overworld map? I think I do. Double check. No, I have it off. Turn that on. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I had fuel service turned off until just a few seconds ago, but a bunch of NPC ships bought fuel from me using the auto trade while the fuel service was turned off. It's turned on now. I think the service didn't update correctly when turned off. Unsatisfied with service. Rating -3. Why? I have so much fuel. What's the problem? Oh no, the Black Knight is pleased with the fuel service. He was like unsatisfied with the amount of time that he had to wait to get fuel or something. I'm not sure. You have a mining pod now, right? ACS Roger Young has entered the sector. What are we doing on basics like energy? We got some energy and we're going to start wanting to look at buying more of that soon. But we don't have an urgent need for it just yet. These guys have cheap tech blocks. Let's buy some while they're available. We're going to use a bunch of them in the near future. And then let's sell some infra scrap or whole scrap. Infra scrap. Make room in our storage. A little bit of whole scrap too. See if these guys have cheaper energium available for sale. Nope, or not. Okay, so we got a miner and 2 builders now. That's good. Which type of pod is doing this work, by the way? That's the miner. Enemies have entered the sector. The richest landing. Is that like a pirate raid? That's interesting. There's no pirate ship, but they sent a shuttle to board an android ship. I wonder if they're going to ask us for help, maybe? Let's slow things down to normal time and see what happens here. Let's, these guys need to sleep. Can't really send them into a fight right now, even if unless I absolutely have to. Military Alliance has entered the sector. And so has the Will is Strong. We're looking for cheap Energium. Either these guys haven't really. So we'll hold out for a little while longer. These guys have cheap meat, which is pretty good. Cheap electronics components, I don't see that too much. We do have 5 of them right now, but I'm going to buy like 2 more as we can afford it. Knock up on meat, because this is a really good price. Okay. What about the other food types? Got some seeds and nuts here, but they're expensive. Okay, we got 2,300 credits from fuel service. Deal. I don't want my dudes flying off the map here. I'm not entirely sure what happens when they do that. I'm going to take that off of the queue here. What's going on with this android ship? It looks like the pirate shuttle flew away. Maybe I think their boarding attempt must have failed. Doesn't surprise me too much. Assuming this guy's coming for medical service now. Maybe not. They're all chilling here, hanging out in the diner with our crew, socializing with people. I wonder if there's like recurring ships, like if the same ships are coming back to the station or if it's always new ones that are generated. It'd be cool to get like the same crew visiting us over and over again. So we can like be like, oh, I see my old friend, you know, that kind of thing. That is like a status that they have in the game. I miss my friend that I haven't seen in a long time. We gotta get more beds, I think. If we ever can get this done, I'm gonna build another Signal Lost in Star Map. I'm gonna build another miner. I mean, we're not even using this one, so it doesn't help us to build another one right now, right? Is this unpowered? Oh, it needs a conduit. Governor, we have some Pathfinders in need of services. Would you be able to help them? As a reward, we'll give some prestige points for each ship you can help. Sleep, entertainment, repair, diner, medical, and fuel. We have all those things. Go for it, guys. So we got to make sure we have enough like food for all of them, and we got to probably expand our sleeping. We really need to get this done. I don't know how to force this to be prioritized. I don't have any other mining jobs, do I? I do. I don't think we need the ice mining right now. And I don't care about this right now. Like, we're gonna take all the ore collection off, so... Who's on mining? Ant has it as one of his highest priorities. Drew has it, but has maintenance higher. I'm gonna lower Drew's logistics priority, I think, so that he focuses on mining after maintenance. And then, of course, ops when ops is needed. It's probably not going to help because we need a lot of ops. Drew is really our only person who's good at mining. Well, actually, Drew and Ant are mostly Drew. We're going to have Ant deprioritize research. He still needs to prioritize botany, but hopefully he should get to do some mining in between botany tasks. Here we go. Somebody's getting in the miner now. Finally get some of this done. Please with fuel service, rating +5. Really looking forward to having this space so we can build kind of out in the middle. I really like this arrangement that we have on the one side of the asteroid, and I don't want to change it too much is the thing. Like, we could get a lot more space if I just, like, shifted all this stuff down, which eventually we might do, but right now I'm happy with it. How it just, like the aesthetic of it, and I don't want to mess with it. And all the other directions, there's not a lot of space. Here we can get some space, but we're sacrificing aesthetic again for that, which I don't like too much. I do think I want to have like a guest quarters that's built like out kind of on this end of the asteroid at some point. Even ships are coming in 6 days. Gotta keep that in mind. What if these guys had cheap meat? Right. I think I had 6. Wow, we get 12,000 credits. Holy crap. I could buy 10 units of artificial meat. I'm filthy, filthy rich. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, we probably don't have enough fruit and vegetable growing. Just to support the big group that's coming. Hey, Cannonball! Happy Friday. How's it going? Should do. And let's make sure we're out of fuel. That's gonna be a problem. Fuel's hard to come by because it seems like everybody needs it and nobody has it for sale most of the time. Those are medical supplies looking too. Looks like they're okay. Buy a couple more just in case. It does have a shotgun auto lower and a flamethrower, which are both attachments. Shotgun auto lower, obviously being for the shotgun, and flamethrower being for a rifle. We have one rifle that doesn't have an attachment, so I think we'll splurge for that. And we can buy some more slightly cheaper fruit and seeds and nuts here. And charging a premium for root vegetables. Buying in for blocks, so I could sell some more scrap here. Slowly working our way through the rubble here. At some point I want to kind of like the station has this like U shape. I don't know if I want to completely clear this out, but I might skim off some of it here to make the industrial section a little bit larger. Okay. Right, okay, yeah, you would be unsatisfied with the fuel service. That makes sense because we have no fuel. We need to start getting research done on our fuel refinery. What's called energy refinery is the word that I'm looking for. Body research, robotics, industry. Start adding that to our I'm gonna get this at the top of the list, so as soon as we're able to do the experiments, we can... Oh, we need more energium too. That's actually kind of urgent. Okay. Nobody has a lot of it. Everybody's wanting more for it, so we'll just buy a couple for now to tide us over. I'm gonna put a whole window at this end of the room here, and I forgot. I guess we're gonna want to revamp it though when we get rid of this little bit of rock and extend this out. Lots of ships are unsatisfied with the fuel service. Let's turn that off for now. Service rating is only 28. I haven't got any name suggestions for the station yet, by the way. How's it going? I'm doing good. Kind of got too much stuff to do and not enough time to do everything. And I'm kind of just like cruising along, trying to find energy to do things. So I guess. Got Mother's Day and Father's Day coming up. We gotta make sure we got like gifts and cards and everything for that. And then we got 2 birthdays coming up around that same time, so gotta make sure that's sorted as well. And then we're hosting a party in a couple weeks for Memorial Day, so don't forget about Mother's Day. Can't forget that. Oh, the Black-Maned Lion liked our fuel service. I'm very confused about how the fuel service works. It seems like there's like, after I turn off the service, they keep buying stuff, and that seems a little odd. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be pretty busy. It's just like, I'm so like tied up in the daily grind of just like doing work and doing laundry and feeding myself and doing self-care tasks that I'm like struggling to get any of that kind of stuff done. The lawn to mow this weekend, that's rough. Yeah, we were trying to mow the lawn. We got a fairly big yard. We were trying to mow the lawn ourselves for a while, but we eventually just threw in the towel because it wasn't getting mowed. We're like, we need to hire somebody to do this because even though we don't want to spend the money for it, it's not like we can do it ourselves. We just don't have the energy for it. And the first year that we moved in, when we didn't mow it for like 3 or 4 months, the county actually sent us a nasty letter threatening to fine us for not doing it, even though he'd already started mowing it by the time they sent us the letter. That's how you feel too, yeah. I feel like since COVID, maybe it's just because we're getting older, I don't know, but I feel like ever since COVID, everybody's kind of had this struggle to like get out and do stuff and keep up with all of the things. But maybe it's always been that way, and it just seems that way to me because that's when it kind of around the time that it kind of hit me. You just love government efficiency. Oh yeah, there's that whole business too. The fact that our government is basically being run by terrorists. That doesn't help anything. It takes that much more emotional bandwidth out of everybody that we can't really spend on anything, you know. There's like a invalid tile here that I can't build on. That's weird. I guess we'll just have to work around that. That's fine. So what am I building here? I want to build a system core. Kind of want to just build like a whole new block here. And we'll let that be the way that it is. That's fine. And then let's do that for now. I just need to rate. This whole space is just kind of a mess, and I want to rearrange it and make it nice. I'm not exactly sure entirely what I want to do yet. I think once we have the floor space, then I'll start putting down blueprints, and we'll see what it starts to look like at that point. Okay. Coming next turn, we got civilians coming in 21 hours. Haven ships are still 4 days out. And then we've got a diner and sleep ship from the Merchant Federation coming in. I think our diner service is doing quite well. People seem to be happy with the sleep service-ish. Let me check on that, actually. I haven't seen any notices about that one way or the other. Service rating for sleep is 36, which is reasonable because we don't really have enough beds for everybody. So we're getting some money from it, but not as much as we could be. Diner, on the other hand, we're getting 23. We got 23K, 153 meals served, and then entertainment is not very lucrative either. But we're making a little bit. Same for medical. Grass in my yard seems to grow in spurts. You go weeks without mowing. The other times, 2 times a week to keep from looking overgrown. Yeah, that's how it goes during the summer. So far, no annoying notices from the city. That's good, at least. Gotta wall this off again, for sure. Let's build... I think I want to build a bigger system core, like an X3, and just get that out of the way. I don't know if I want to... I think it would be nice to put it, like, up here, though. Maybe let's build a little more hull. I think it can be in the same room with the refinery. That should be fine. I'll draw out this space so that they can walk around this building. Aliens detected. I don't like that. None of this, please. No, thank you. We're not home. Go away. There's no need for aliens here. Let's go to Red Alert on operations and hope for the best, since we still don't have fighters yet. These things are really hard to shoot down, the alien infestors. I don't know where it's going to land. I'm assuming it's going to land on the hull of our thing as opposed to just anywhere on the asteroid. They're pretty easy to deal with if you have fighter. Oh, maybe we can... Come on, you can do it, guys. Come on. Get him. No! Oh, we're so close, man. Look at that. Okay. That kills me. Oh, and it's in the dining room, and it's right before the Haven ships show up, too. What a pain in the butt. Where's Drew? Drew, can you be extant with everybody else here? Thank you. You gotta wait till the screen bar, progression bar goes, and then it'll be... The thing is, if I had a fighter, I could send it out there now and blow it up and do that last hit point worth of damage, but I can't put a fighter on because I have no system points. So there's nothing I can do until it pops, and then I could kill it, and then it's going to infect everybody on the station. I have to deal with that whole business. So that's all right. It'll work itself out in time. Just a nuisance is all. Okay. Here we go. We got that. I initially said I was going to make these one room, and then I didn't. Oh well, that's fine. I think this took up less. I was thinking this was 1 square wider than it actually was. Is what happened. And we have the resources for that. Can we get some more advanced, not more advanced, but more medical facilities online? Because we're going to need them. I don't know if that's more a priority than the things, honestly. Okay, let's... On draft for now. Oh, is this thing? It actually did appear in the thing there. Okay. Make sure nobody else walks near it. Okay. Let's have everybody be in spacesuits in case that helps. I'm still not clear on whether it does or not. Guys can all go get spacesuits on. Unfortunately, we didn't have a wall here. We could have contained this a little better. We could also throw out the investor corpse and see if that helps. Remember how to do that again. Eject item. Oh, it's actually in space. It's not on the ship. So we can't eject it. That is what it is. Every time I see you play this game, I want to start it up again. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Let's wall this stuff off. I think these med beds are going to be kind of temporary. I think once we have cured everybody of the crazy alien disease, then we're going to get rid of these or at least move them somewhere else. Ideally, I'd like this to be 2 separate rooms. I think we have the room for that. That's good. And then this other one will come in from here, so they don't have to interact with each other necessarily. It should be good. Thanks. Okay. We've got... I'll just let them build at their normal... Oh, hold on. I don't need these guys out here drafted the whole time. I don't need these guys on red alert all the time either. Here we go. Let's see what the wormhole... They've got hyperfuel. Yes. Huge. Okay. Do we not have money? I guess we're broke. That's unfortunate. The secret is, I think, is to just pause the game a lot. Hit spacebar whenever you like have to figure out something complicated, and try not to let too much go by on fast forward. That and just play the game a lot, I guess. Oh man, we got okay. Lewo is. I assume he's sick here since he's just like passed out in the corridor, but that might be just because of the spacesuits. I think that's actually just because of the spacesuits. Let's do away with the spacesuits at this point because people are like passing out and whatever. Ozark Windstar is feeling ill though. Let's get him to oh, he is in a medbed already. Good. Turn event to. I wish I could set up like a quarantine zone where, I think that's something that I posted about in Discord and I never did it, unfortunately. I really want to set up a quarantine zone where like crew members have to wear spacesuits in order to enter this area. Unless they're in a med bed. Oh, the visitors are wearing spacesuits too. That's unfortunate. They're going to give you a bad diner rating. Okay, looks like they changed now. Be interesting to see if this ship gets infected. Ozark is having a seizure. We're going to close the vent until he's got that sorted out. Have fun with that, buddy. Sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. Let's lock this door also. Make sure there's oxygen in there for him. Hopefully we get these things online pretty soon. What are Ozark? Ozark's one of our away team members. That's super unfortunate. He's the guy with the pistol, I think, at least. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we got to take him off the away team, obviously, for now. And then who are we putting on instead? Those people have weapon skills 1. Next big thing would be like the surrender and the hit points. Sunciel has good hit points. What's his surrender like? Nice 20. Okay, it's Sunciel. Sunciel, you're promoted to bait person. Let's see if we can get you a pistol. I don't think there's one available anywhere, but we'll put it in his loadout and see if he'll be able to pick it up at some point. Actually, he was getting a little low. We'll keep it on low speed and keep an eye on this guy. Really hoping nobody else gets sick, but we'll see. I have a feeling it's only just beginning. Let's see if we can check for the early symptoms here. Space fatigue, uncomfortable sleep. Feeling extremely hungry. That's the guy that's sick. Vivo is also sick. See that? The feeling extremely hungry debuff. That's like the first symptom, I think. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this vent on auto. I'm gonna have you go in there, pick up Ozark, put him on there. What? No. What the heck? How did you pick him up from the other side of a locked door? I don't understand what just happened. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna lock you in there also. And you're gonna try to rest as best you can. We don't have any more IV fluid. These guys don't have any IV fluid, do they? No. Tons of fruit, though. We're still a little bit broke. I guess I just spent all my money on food? Is that what happened? It's just gonna take us a while to make that back, I suppose. Oh, they do have IV fluid. Let's get some of that. We'll sell some soft scrap, I guess. Maybe electronics components. Sell one electronics component. And tech scrap, because tech blocks are kind of expensive to produce. And we have plenty of them right now. We should probably turn off our medical service. I don't know. We are building new med beds, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, I just realized this. I wonder if this is bottlenecked. It's because the whole thing is sealed in here. I was missing a door in my design, so it was waiting for me to like sort out the pathing issues. Figured out that there was like a blocker there, so it couldn't build everything. That's why it was taking so long. Doors do help, yeah. Now we got 2 brand shiny new med beds. Retail, okay. Give them each heater over the bed here, and a hall window. Have some light. And maybe we'll even give them a view of our row beds across the way here. Not. my problem with games like this. I'll miss something, then it will kill off my crew. Yeah, that's easy mistake to make. It happens all the time. Okay. All right, let's look at the status of our crew again and see if we can figure out if anybody else is infected. Ozark is up and awake, but he still has the feeling extremely hungry debuff. So I don't trust it. Yeah, we're gonna leave them locked in there for a while. At some point, I have to get somebody in there with medical supplies. And do the doctor thing. I think this guy just came in the sector too. Let's take a look at what he's got. Cheap root vegetables, that's not bad. I mean, root vegetables is like the one thing we can actually produce, but we're not producing enough for the whole crew, so we kind of have to spend money on it. If we already have a trade with these guys to get hyperfuel, right? Yes. We have 3 units, which may not be enough. I'm hoping we can get this infection situation sorted before the Haven fleet gets here. Otherwise, we're going to have some problems. I'm going to put a wall here. Probably this should be a vent. Although half the life support is on this side of the station now, so it might not matter as much. Do we have the advanced medbed technology? Let me actually look. Research. We still don't have the research workbench. We don't have the advanced medbed. We got like 3 more technologies to go before we get to that. The good news, though, is that none of them have any research prerequisites, except... Oh, this one requires a human corpse to dissect. That'll be fun. Still working on the energy refinery research. Advanced medbed is what you really need to deal with the infection. But it's real hard to get it in the early game. Be that bad. Time to sacrifice crew member. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm gonna get these 2 people out of our kitchen space here. And I'm gonna risk sending one of these guys to eat something because they're extremely hungry. It could mean that they're infected, but it could also just mean they're extremely hungry. So let's give them a chance to go eat something. He doesn't want to eat something. That's a bad sign. And of course, the other guy just escaped and is running amok all around the station. Since you guys are not eating, we're going to put you back in your hole. Okay. Which one's in worse shape? I think it's Ozark. So we're going to put Ozark on the medbed. And then let's have somebody give medical supplies. Let's have Weebo do it. And of course, he ran away again. I'm being impatient and putting it on, like, whatever, 10x speed. That's why it's not doing what I want it to do. Here we go. Medical skill required 1, Lacey Naga. I'm going to draft Lacey. I'm going to see if Weebo can do the medical skill. I'm hoping he's got it. Yes, good. Nothing at all is suspicious here, Weebo. Just normal crew members doing normal crew member things. Nobody's getting locked in a room with a sick person. We need an IV. We don't have any IVs currently, but we're trading for them. Sorry, Bob, you've been chosen to help advance science. That's great. one of those jokes that's not funny at all when it happens in real life, and it has historically happened. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. I have enough money to buy some more fruit, so we're gonna buy some more fruit here. I was trying to decide if I wanted to. I gotta check my energy too. My energy's still kind of at a low but stable level, so I think we're okay there. Oh shit. I missed a sick person. How did the infection escape quarantine? It must have happened when he was wandering around the station or something. Oh man, half the station's infected now. This is gonna be bad. Either that or everybody just hasn't got a chance to eat yet. Let's let everybody eat and then see what the situation is like after that. I think I'm gonna let's actually tweak the schedule a little bit to give everybody. Okay, everybody's got the 2-hour eating cycle right now, so that's fine. I'm gonna give everybody an extra hour to eat in the morning because of the limited cafe space availability. Slain by pirates. Attention salvagers, this is the pirate captain. This ship's nothing but scrap now. You will regret boarding this derelict. That's interesting. I'll take a screenshot of that because I just think it's kind of a cool little story detail, I guess. I think this guy just hopped in. No, we already traded with him. We traded with the other guy too. Wait for our trade to catch up to what we have scheduled here. There's food available for sure. Table, even without a table. Okay, this is looking better. Takes a minute for the hungry debuff to go away after people eat. Okay, I think we're actually maybe okay now. Debating whether to try to these guys out. Okay, we can let them. Let's have them eat while everybody else is sleeping. I think that's the easiest way to enforce quarantine here. I'm not gonna be too upset if the visiting NPCs get sick. Leo, stop running away and doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. Stay back here. Ozark, you need to get up, buddy. Time to eat. Go eat some food. What's in order? Okay, we're not eating food. You lost your shot, buddy. Time to go back to the bed. Okay. How about you, Weewo? Do you want to eat food? Okay, he's eating food. So maybe he's just actually hungry. I'm fine with it. Okay, we don't have any... We've used all the IV fluid already. That environment CO2. Oh, we gotta open this vent. Put it back on auto. Wish I could see, I could get like a summary of what was being traded in the queue currently by just like hovering over this. That'd be kind of useful. I mean, I'm getting a summary of what ships are trading and the status, but not what's being traded. gonna make sure that the logistics for the diner thing gets done before. Make sure the food for that gets claimed before other stuff. There we go. The diner's fully stocked and ready to receive these Haven people now. Guess we dodged a bullet with WeWo. How about Ozark? He's got the vitamin deficiency anemia. We still have no. We could fix that with the IV fluid, but there's no IV fluid available for us to give him right now. Let's see. Okay, we are currently trading for IV fluid already, so we just gotta wait for that to get actually done. Looks like there are a lot of people working on logistics, so it should be just a matter of time, hopefully. Okay, we just got a big shipment of medical, so... Mayday, mayday, we've been infested by aliens. We are losing control. Alien eggs hatching left and right. Please send a rescue team heading for safety in the hypersleep chamber. Wish me luck. Well, that was one of the Haven Foundation ships. They didn't make it. Ozark's getting medical treatment, and it looks like he's got IV fluid now. Good. His hunger's actually gone away, so I think he's actually back to normal. We can let him out, and hopefully we're done with that infection business now. How's our fuel looking? We got 3 units of fuel, which is probably enough for these guys, but not enough for anybody else. So we'll wait to open the fuel service until they get here. We've got our thing now, so let's pick a fighter so we don't get that happening again anytime soon. Like, actually, this is... what I should have actually done here was... I'm going to change this up a little bit. We're going to abandon this. And then we're going to relocate this. I'll wait for the abandoned animation to be done, I guess. Kind of a weird place to park it, okay. Like the asteroid corner of shame. Okay. Put the fighter over here, and then we're going to move the builder pod over there. That's what we're trying to do here. There we go. Now we claim this and put it here. And somebody will EVA out and go fly out in space and get that. They get around to it. Oh, couldn't see it because they were underneath the asteroid, but there it is. You got it. Vena's awake now, feeling very hungry. No one to talk to, minor discomfort. No jobs for the medbed. Get her back in the medbed for the moment. And try to get some medical supplies over there. I think we're in good shape overall. And then... Well, now we got extensive medical facilities, so that's cool, I guess. I'm gonna always leave this one here because it's nice to have one right next to the airlock in case of an emergency where somebody's about to bleed out. But I think it's good that we have these. I'll probably relocate them at some point, possibly to the other side of this life support sector over here or something like that. But they're fine for where they're at right now. Well, are they though? I mean, it kind of gets in the way of my organization that I was trying to do. Where do I want all this stuff? Let's try to think for a second. So item fabricator, I'm going to want to move it. Let's figure out where the med beds are going to go first, and then that'll enable us to reorganize the rest of this stuff, I think. Again, we can get rid of some of this. I think I'm going to trim it a little bit just to let us, I guess we have enough room to walk around it. So that's probably okay. And then the med beds, medical facilities I'm going to have off of here, I think. So, like, I decide how big I want to make it. I don't want to make it too big. So this is one med bed. This is 2 med beds. That's a wall. And then we need that, and then we need a corridor. This is gonna be the wall. This is gonna be the corridor. Then we have to have a way to get into that corridor, which is this guy here. That kind of gets in the way of our original plan, but that's okay. We can just shift this over. Not a big deal. Should probably think about building another solar panel soonish. Maybe on the opposite side of the asteroid. It only costs 1 energy, so let's do it. I think where I can get the most like sun exposure. Right now the sun is over here. Can we build over on this place? Can. I don't think we can run power conduit though. Oh, we can. Hold the phone. Did I just build it out here in space? No. Gotta be at least partially attached to the rock here. We can build it so that it's just like hanging out here. I'll leave a little bit of room in case we want to build other stuff next to it, just for aesthetic purposes. Like that. That's kind of cool. I like that. Not super realistic because, like, I feel like this geometry would change over time, and well, I mean, this whole thing isn't really realistic because asteroids are basically just huge piles of rubble, like loose rocks that are kind of stuck together loosely by gravity. So all of this would come flying apart realistically if you tried to like anchor stuff to it. But I think this in particular would be like, okay, why am I, you know, you know what I mean? I like the fact that it's connected in 2 places here. I'm going to fix that. Well, I guess it's all right. Kind of an interesting aesthetic thing. So could I have run power conduit just directly across here instead of having it loop all the way around? I can't because there's like one of those weird exclusion zones here. It's super interesting. I don't know what dictates like. Okay. But this isn't in the buildable area. I think this is also bugged. I can't figure out the logic of which tiles on the asteroid are buildable and which ones are not. This tile floating in empty space is red, but the one next to it on the lower left is green. Other side of the station, I have a power conduit running all the way across an empty gap like this. Solar panel on the other side. I should probably wrap up in a minute here. Getting late. So actually, the ship that was coming for fuel service got destroyed, so we kind of don't need to worry about that anymore, so that's cool. We might open up the fuel service again to regular traffic. I think let's do that. Finally, the idea of doing an away mission. Only got a day and 22 hours. I think it takes a day or two for them to get places. But I also do want to do one of the... So this is a known location of an alien base sending out infestors periodically. I bet this is like a really cool... This is going to be like an asteroid base that's swarming with aliens. That'll be a really cool encounter, but I don't think we have the capability to tackle that yet. What is this? Haven Foundation is running a mine in this sector. You do not receive a share of the operation. Oh, that's interesting. So we missed our window of opportunity to try to do this, but the mine is still there. That's kind of cool. That's like a nice little detail so that if you don't get around to doing this, they'll eventually do it anyway, but you don't get any profit from it anymore. Which makes perfect sense. An Exodus Fleet resource. There's a Haven Foundation ships coming in, by the way. What other stuff do we have here? We got this weird derelict out there. Pirate base. Rogue bot base. Yeah, I don't really have the capability to tackle that stuff, I feel like, so much. Alien infestation we could maybe try. Okay, so this is going to be our medical facility. This is empty. That's good, actually. I'm going to end up wasting a medical supply unit here. But we got enough extra that it's alright, I think. We got that. We got walls. And then... I'm going to take the doors that are over here from these rooms and move them. This one we can move. It should be good, and then we're going to need some thermal regulation in there. Should do. And then I probably want to put another wall here to contain the noise from the life support system. The game has way more depth to it than you would think it would be in a game like this. I got both the game for like $12. Nice. $25. It does go on sale sometimes. I think right now they probably have it at full price because they just did their official launch event. But I think I was on sale in the alpha version for a while. We've had a couple of events like that. I haven't actually, I mean, I already have the game, so I haven't looked to see how much it is now. But I think it also varies like from person to person. They have like individual pricing, like Amazon or one of those things. I think. I could be wrong about that. Okay, let's see. We've got thermal regulators over here. I'm gonna just move these to a different spot for the moment, I think. We do need an extra one in this room here. Let's figure out... Okay, we have no ships in the sector to buy from right now. That's 2 days, 1 day. So the Haven ships are actually going to be the next ones that arrive. Debating whether to do anything with these individual little spaces here. I feel like we could move some of these small things like the item fabricator could go over here. But it kind of, it's not the most efficient use of space is the problem. I think let's demolish and move stuff first, and then we'll figure out how we want things to be arranged accordingly. And I'm also going to demolish the windows here. And then we can need another regular wall back here. Can I wall this in? No. There's country variations. That makes sense. What do we do with this? I think eventually the Rogue Bot and Rogue Scout Rubble. I think eventually what we're gonna get is there's a workbench where we can dismantle those for scrap. Is what it amounts to. But I think there's also research we can do using them if I'm not mistaken. Kind of cool that they're just hanging out there. Happy with where the solar panel's at. We still got this thing that I can't build on. Let's start moving some of our existing things here. This can go here. I'm happy with that. And then let's put the item fabricator, which doesn't get used much, in the same room. Do we put... Is there something larger we can put? We could think about... Not this. I want to move... I think we can actually move hull stabilizers now without destabilizing the hull, as far as I remember. I'm gonna figure out a way to like work around the fact that there's this little thing here. Let's hold up on this for a second, see if I can fit a slightly bigger machine in here. Like the metal refinery, maybe? Yeah, that's better. We're still wasting a little bit of space, but it's less waste than we would have had. Or we can maybe put a gas scrubber or something in here. Let's put this one in there. Okay, I'm liking that, I'm liking that. And then... Do I want to put something directly across the way here? Or do I want to put a wall there? Ideally, we'd have something like this. I think let's do that. And then this could maybe go with the life support stuff, the water collector. Although actually, probably it really wants to be near the grow beds. So it's probably better to keep it in this area. We also, at some point, we're gonna want like CO2 production in the grow bed area. So maybe we expand that a little bit here and make like a little CO2 grow bed, CO2 production and water reclamation area over here. I think that'll work nicely. And then this will move, and then we can relocate this at some point. Oh, we're out of steel plates, by the way. That's pretty bad, actually. Fortunately, we got the metal refinery coming online, so that won't be an issue for too much longer. Okay. Need a safe place to remove spacesuit. Why do you not have a safe place to remove spacesuit? Oh, he was manning the fighter to try to shoot down an asteroid or something. Fighters are really good at shooting down asteroids, even more so than the point defense on the station. Okay. Fighter is like, especially if you're playing the ship mode instead of the station mode, the fighter is way more all-around utility than the point defense. The only problem with fighters, though, is that you can lose them a lot more easily. You end up having to pay through the nose to replace them. And my question here is, do I make this jagged like this, or can I fit another... Is there another machine that I could fit in this slot? Maybe another gas scrubber like this one here. Yeah, let's just fit in another gas scrubber in that same room there. I think this is going to be kind of like our industrial clean room. Let me put another wall there, and then move this door, which is currently useless, over to here. And then I think we're in good shape. And then we'll fill this in with, like, I'll move the assembler a little bit over here probably. And we might put in, like, the item fabricator on the other side of this room. And then we've got a little bit of more wiggle room to work with. And this, we want to make it comfortable. Actually, I mean, we don't really need visitors wandering around this area, but it would be nice to have, like, a comfortable corridor the crew could take to get to the grow bed area without going through this messy industrial sector. And I also need to put in a research lab or a workbench somewhere in a way where it won't start a fire. And this is our generator. I keep looking at that and, like, not really knowing what that is because the art is so different than what the previous version of it was. It used to be like this big kind of like half cylinder thing, which, I mean, you guys know if you watched me play this game for a long time, but yeah, it just, I keep getting startled by this and being like, what is this again? And thinking that it's like some kind of system on top of the ship or something like that. And it looks like the bridge of a ship. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It reminds me of like the roof view of some of the faction ships. Is what I'm thinking of when I see it. How it has kind of like the colors and patterns on top. Okay, we got this thing online, so we can make steel plates now. Let's produce if we have less than 3 steel plates. We'll make another rule for if we have less than 1. And then for electronics components, we don't really need a lot of electronics components. We already have a bunch of them. Probably it would be good to keep like 4 in inventory if we can. We'll put it that way for now. All right. Backup power. Why are we on backup power? Is the power draw just too much for this generator? I think it was because we added the new industry machine. That makes sense. So we need a power capacity node, which I think we started a research and then I canceled the research. Backup power would be the backup power battery node would be good. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the research tree is actually what I'm looking for. So as soon as that energy refinery is done, we're going to bump the power capacity node back up and make that the next thing. We don't have these blackouts. I'd have to shut down some of the industry stuff while the visitors are here. New derelict. ACS Soviets Fury. Oh, they've got infestors. Okay. Let's go to red alert on fighters and ops. What are you doing, buddy? Go after them. Thank you. I'm worried that we're not going to be able to kill both of these in time. Got him. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. What a relief. Oh no, I didn't. Damn. Oh crap. It was just short, but again, it was like a second too short because it was 2 infestors instead of just the 1. Didn't get both of them in time because the fighter didn't react quick enough. You know what? I bet there's should have had that set. That was what the problem was. Why the fighter didn't engage right away. They didn't let it venture from the rally point. That's my mistake. That's one of those oversights that you guys were just talking about. It's like you can't screw that up, but I did. So we got to deal with the consequences now. Which is going to be that we got an infection growing on the station here, and we're going to have to do something to get rid of it. Put everybody in spacesuits for a while. Jonathan, your toilet time is going to have to wait until we've dealt with the alien infestation. Where's our other guy? Our other guy's on the fighter. Doesn't really matter. Don't really need the full team for this. Okay. I should really actually just have one person do it, probably. Let's just have Reyna do it. He's the... No, we're not doing that? Okay. Can we destroy it? There we go. Okay. Now retreat. Let the gas scrubbers do their thing, hopefully. I'm gonna lock this so nobody can walk over to this side of the station for now. I'd rather let all the plants die than have people infected if I can help it. Okay, we're going to... Not sure if I can explicitly assign a job to get somebody to clean this up. We got Haven Foundation guys coming in 5 hours. Let's have some of the non-combat crew members like Ant and Acacia and Ozark work for a couple hours once they've had some time to rest already. You are not following orders. I ordered everybody to get in their spacesuits. And you, sir, are a liar. Because you do not have a spacesuit on. Okay. Okay. There we go. So I'm hoping that he'll clean this up now. Looks like he's doing repairs first. What is he repairing, actually? I have no idea. Oh, he's repairing a broken thermal regulator. Okay, I guess this is not getting cleaned up then. You just got vomit on the floor, and that's the way it's going to be. Have to hope that nobody steps in it for a while. Can I build a wall over top of it? There we go. Can't. Oh, we're done with our work shifts. Or are we? No, we're not. She's done with working. She's like, I can't do it anymore. I don't know what... Ozark's busy fixing something else. Lacey, Weewo, Council, and Reyna. That's you guys now. He's on high construction priority. See if that helps. There we go. Oh, actually, the goop is gone now, so maybe this isn't necessary. Okay, we're fine. I think we maybe averted a crisis. Take the spacesuits off and hope for the best. Still gotta check out this derelict. Probably gonna be crawling with aliens. Oh, and this has gotta be unlocked too. Okay, the Haven Foundation ships are here. Let's queue up trades. They immediately used the fuel service. I guess they queued an auto trade, and that used the fuel service. And they paid for it right away, and now they just have to pick up the cargo, I guess. Or it looks like it just happened like instantaneously. That's interesting. Do we have food for everybody? I don't think we do. Oh, actually, I mean, we actually have a surplus of food because I bought an enormous amount of it earlier. Probably gonna need more IV fluid. Let's see if these guys have it cheaper though. How are we doing in terms of blocks? We could use some more infra blocks. I mean, okay. Other than that, I think we're good. Oh, we got to look for Energium too. We got 2. We got 15. Ooh, good. Okay. I got some biomatter to sell you. Okay. Okay, so we're almost broke, but we're gonna have Energium, so that's good. And then when these other 2 ships get here, they'll probably also use the fuel service and stuff like that. They want us to check out the derelict, of course. We also got to decide how to spend our Haven points. We're gonna figure all that out next time, though. I'll say thanks very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch or subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube. Zinlu and Cannonball, good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out and chatting with me all afternoon. And I will see everybody next time. Have a good weekend. Hey, Shai. Have a good weekend. Thanks for the stream. I mean, thanks for hanging out. You know what I mean. Later, guys.